Um, Today for my class experiment, we will be melting ice and focusing on if you can see different types of, if you can see any traces and signs of evaporated water. But if you can, you might be able to see it with a flashlight, not with just a naked human eye. But if you can, which type of light? A UV light or a regular light? I don't have a real torchlight, we're just gonna move on, stick with it. To do this experiment at home, you'll also need a adult supervision. Things can get dangerous. Is it still rolling?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Focus. But we're gonna do the before and after part. Okay, so get a close up on the pan. You'll also need this type of pan. Anyways, a reminder that you need safety first. Use special type of goggles. This is what it looks like so far. You will also need a certain type of pen. You can't use a pot, or neither can you use a pen like this. Anyway, let's get on. We're getting off track. You'll need 4 small ice cubes. They've melted a little, but that's fine.
And do we want to turn the stove on?
And then wait for that. Dad, can you? Oh, thank you. Can we see any light within it? We can sort of see it. Yes, and we cannot. Y'all see this thing? Okay, that's actually really cool. Okay. As you can see right here, I'm gonna step away. It is evaporating. Children, if you are doing this at home, once again, make sure there's an adult to supervise you. Because while you're boiling water, it can get very. Now we are going to take one of those, once again, very cool slick tacos, and turn this on and find the button. Okay. Once again, make sure do not point it at anything other than the object you're looking at. It can damage your cells if you're using a UV light. We can actually see, this is actually really cool. We can see the outlines of bubbles using this. At least I can. Lights off. And now I want to try something. And listen. Well, we can see it better with this light. Also, guys, in the end, can tell me which you could see better with. I mean, you might not be able to see it as well because you're on that screen, but my best is this one, but I want to hear this. Pause.
Go.
It's it's on the home stretch of evaporating. It's slowly going, and soon it will be a 1, 1, like a set. Cut. It. All water is gone.
Go.
Hi. If you've make it to the end of this video, we'll do a recap. First, we poured the ice cube into the frying pan and waited till it fully evaporated. Then we had to wait even longer for it to cool down, because touching metal that had boiling water is not a good idea. Also, we explored it with a bit of UV light and regular light. And if you're wondering why I'm over here, it's because we switched back at least. But now, I'm pretty sure it's cooled off, and it's time for the final part of our experiment. First, we'll start with the UV light. Lights. Thank you very much. We go over here. Let's see. Okay, here's what I can see. There are green dots and that I didn't see before when we looked at it before. When we looked at the very beginning of this video. My hypothesis is that those are the water droplets. That is what we're looking for. Now we're gonna try to see if we can see it with a regular light. Hold on tight. Great. Okay. With the regular torchlight, we can see little grayish dots. Those are. I'm willing to bet that those are the water droplets. Yeah, basically. And that's all. The original hypothesis was that. One second. Cut. Okay. If you've made it yet to this far, we've seen the chemicals that actually weren't the water droplets, but the chemicals inside the water droplets were the ones that were left behind. And the water that was in the all the stuff that's running into there. So it's now around this. Anyways, we're getting off track. And I guess our explain was that line. Okay. Sorry for all the line stuff. Anyways, we're getting off track once again. My hypothesis was kind of correct. Yes, we did see forms of liquid, but it wasn't really liquid. It was more chemicals that were in the water. Plus, also my mom kind of dabbed it with a tissue, so it might be early for that. But our conclusion for this video is that yes, my hypothesis was correct, but not in the way I expected. You see, my hypothesis was that water would still be left behind, but in the form of droplets, and we'd be able to see it with a UV and a regular light. But the thing is, it wasn't entirely correct because water wasn't left behind. It was the chemicals in the water that was left behind. And that's all.